Guess who's back? Back again. Laura's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Now this looks like a job for her. So everybody just follow her. Because we need our storyteller. Because it feels empty without her.
I did not expect you to know the lyrics to that, so I actually thought, follow what? What do I have to do now?
All right, after some cringy rap, welcome to the NZ Travel Show. Yes, Laura is back this week with me to talk all about awesome New Zealand. So, Laura, what's the NZ Travel Show all about?
Well, the NZ Travel Show is where you guys get to come onto the live chat and ask your New Zealand travel questions directly to us. And we're the writers behind NZPocketGuide.com, which is New Zealand's largest travel guide and has thousands and thousands of articles to help you plan the perfect trip to New Zealand. Of course, when you're actually able to come to New Zealand, because yes, the borders are still closed.
The borders are still closed.
Even during this beautiful Christmas period, yes, the borders are still closed to most international travellers. It's always good to say that early in the episode. I don't know why. But ask your New Zealand travel questions in the live chat. But if you do miss the live session, you can always put your questions in the comment section of any of our YouTube videos and we'll go through those during the next live session. We pull all those questions together and we can go through those as well. Or, Robin's pretty nice. He will just answer those questions for you directly in the comments. So check nzpocketguide.com out. That is absolutely free for you guys. But yeah, if you're not really into reading, then this is what the NZ Travel Show is all about.
All right, so let's get started with a couple of comments from our lovely Patreon. We have David Burrow that says, Kia ora, bonjour, hello. How are you doing, David? Thank you for joining us another week. And we have Tamo, which is on a bit of a holiday. He is in Cyprus and says, sadly, I won't be able to watch this live feed this time, but I'll watch it later, which is kind of cool. Cyprus sounds like a cool holiday. Okay. Let's scroll back up. We also have Anthony Comstock, another one of our lovely Patreon supporter. And he says, Morena from Rodeo, California. What does Morena mean?
Morena means good morning in the Maori language, which is the indigenous language of New Zealand, also known as Te Reo Maori.
Nice. What is Nathan saying?
Nathan also says Morena, Robin and Laura. And Nathan often says the similar things to what Anthony says. They have a little bit of a competition going on.
Yeah.
We also have Michael Stewart saying kamusta.
Kamusta. Not sure what that means, but yeah.
Maybe that means hello.
By the way, I'm just going to close that joke right here, but I did write the lyrics in order to be able to listen.
I didn't notice that.
I had them over there hidden on my screen, so yeah.
Okay. We have Big Dealer in the house saying, hi guys, it's been a long time. Miss you guys. Oh, we've missed you too.
Yeah. Thank you very much for helping us setting up all this lovely thing, the way I can change, focus on my face, etc. Like you help us figure all this thing out, and we are forever thankful to a Big Dealer in the house, all the way from South America.
Yeah.
All right.
So everyone can say in the live chat, thanks to Big Dealer in the house for making all this happen, basically. Yeah.
The reason why you can see your own feed over there is thanks to him. He helped us set everything out. What is Clay saying?
Clay is saying hello with some emojis. I assume that's what he's saying. And then we have David Burrows. We've already got that one. Sorry. Selly Spread Love.
Yeah, Selly Spread Love. She got my award last time about the best name. So
yes.
I can't give it to you again, Selly Spread Love. I will have to pick somebody else with the best nickname.
Absolutely. So they say, hello, guys. Nice. We have Michael Stewart saying, Cyprus, never heard of that place.
It's a beautiful island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. So it is, let's say it's a bit south of Greece. It's very rough placement, but it's south of Greece. If you picture where Greece is on the Mediterranean Sea, it's like below that.
Yeah.
There used to be a big deal during all the Greek Empire and all these kind of things.
And in the UK, a lot of people like to go there on holiday for a nice summer holiday. So that's how I know it.
Cyprus held pretty well during World War II as well, and they had a great relationship with the UK since then.
Great climate.
All right, what is Shahat saying?
Shahat says, any idea when the borders are opening for international students?
Clay, have a shot. Now, the borders are currently closed for pretty much all travelers in New Zealand. It's a bit of a big deal right here. But there has been a border announcement where the New Zealand government has elaborated on their plan for a staged reopening of the New Zealand borders. And pretty much all travelers are going to be able to come back to New Zealand starting from the 30th of April 2022 upon really strict condition. You still will have to pay for and stay in self-isolation for 7 days when arriving in the country. You will have to sort out COVID-19 tests. And so there is a long list of restrictions. You obviously have to be vaccinated, fully vaccinated for COVID-19. So you may want to check out some of the other videos that we have on the channel in which I elaborate about the entire announcement, like literally. There's still even my notes right here where I will literally quote the entire, the entire videos, like the entire announcement from the minister. And I also go over the list of the vaccine which have been approved by the New Zealand government as COVID-19 vaccine for entry to the country. This was announced this week, and therefore this was published this week, and therefore I did a video this week. I think I published it on Monday. So Shahat, you may want to check out those 2 videos. They're available on the channel. So to find it, you just click on our little icon, and then you'll be able to click on videos, and then you will find the border announcement. It's the one with the plain tails on there. It's big red and with the plain tails. And there is one that looks like COVID-19. It's like yellow and white, and there's my face doing that up here. There's my face doing that, and that's talking about all the different vaccines which have been approved for travel to New Zealand. So here you go.
Awesome.
And if you want to say thank you for all our hard work and all the videos that we do all the time for you guys, feel free to hit the like button. It's always a free way to say a big thanks for all our hard work right here. All right, what is Extreme Talauta saying?
Extreme Talauta says Morena. Again, that means good morning in the Maori language. And then we have Samia Yusuf saying, if you apply, how much it takes for the process.
So if you're asking if you apply for coming to New Zealand, it will completely depend on which type of visa you apply. And the fees range from, only a few $100s to several thousands, depending on which visa you want to get. So the best way for you to know how much it will cost is to go to the Immigration New Zealand website, and there's a link for you in the description of this video. But if you want to know, it's immigration.govt.nz. That is the only official Immigration New Zealand website, and you can check out the fee schedule. So that basically tells you which visa you're applying, how much it will cost you, and you'll have a very easy breakdown. All the information is up to date there, and it's a very easy website to browse. So I would strongly recommend to get your information straight from the source at immigration.govt.nz.
Very nice.
I know, it feels like I work for immigration.govt.nz.
Shahat says, no doubt you guys are amazing and provide valuable information. Thanks in advance.
Oh, Shahat is the
that's
best.
very nice.
That's lovely.
We have Michael Stewart saying, well, I'm Filipino, and yes, kamusta means hello.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
Kamusta. Okay.
Our neighbour is Filipino, so I'm going to say that next time I see her over the fence.
Yeah.
Hopefully she understands what I mean.
Hopefully that scores us some spring rolls.
Yes. Okay, we have Clay saying, thinking of ducking down to Te Anau for a couple of days for New Year's quickfire or longfire. Top things to do there. I know of Worms, some hill, and drive to Milford. That's about it. Well, there is actually more to do. Yeah, absolutely. Go to the Te Anau Bird Sanctuary.
Yes. Bird Recovery Centre, isn't it?
It might be Bird Recovery. It might be Bird Sanctuary.
Okay.
It's either one of those.
Google both of them.
Yeah, it's run by the Department of Conservation. It's free to go to, and you can even walk there from the centre of town. You just, when you get to the lakefront, go left and keep following it around for maybe about 10 minutes, and you'll get to the free bird sanctuary where you'll get to see birds that are in like rehabilitation and recovery before being released in the wild. They have takahe, more pork, all those sort of things. So yeah, that's really cool. Obviously there's lots of scenic flights, but that's obviously quite expensive. So if you don't have the budget for that, then the Fiordland Cinema is pretty cool. That's something that we actually did during New Zealand's biggest gap year, where they have this really cool boutique cinema, but then they have showings of like all this really beautiful helicopter footage of the Fiordland National Park.
That is some of the most amazing. You always think like, oh, some drones footage are nice and everything. This is like amazing helicopter footage, like some of the most breathtaking aerial footage I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, if you can afford to go on the helicopter, if if you've got the budget for the helicopter tour, then that's obviously going to be awesome. But if you don't, do what we did, go to the Fiordland Cinema. So yeah, there's a quick couple of things that come to mind. But obviously, go on nzpocketguide.com. There we have a list of things to do in Te Anau on the website. So go check that out for free.
Yeah. All right.
We have Nathan. I think we're going to chat.
We are Michael Stewart. Says, by the way, why does this seem like a live news report? Because a lot of the questions that we're getting at the moment are relating to the news. I think that's really about that, right? We don't have much travelers coming to New Zealand. So usually what it used to be when we used to be sitting on the couch without any of the fluff all around, like all the text and everything, that it didn't look as fancy as it did look right now. But we used to actually talk about traveling in New Zealand. Now we talk about the dream of traveling in New Zealand, and therefore it seems a lot like a news broadcast for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Patreon for a little bit. All right, guys, I won't bore you to death, but there is a couple of people that we'd like to welcome. So we'd like to welcome Beverly, which is our newest Patreon. She is now a producer of this video, which is pretty awesome. We also have Tamo, which is a producer right now on a holiday in Cyprus. I also want to say a big hi to Joey, which is actually on a holiday in Europe as well. And I also want to say thank you to Fabio, Anthony, and David, which are probably in the live chat right now. I know Anthony and David are already in the live chat. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for supporting us and helping make all of that happen, because it takes a lot of time and money to sort all these things out. So yeah, if you want to join us on Patreon, there is a link in the description of this video, and there is plenty of really awesome perks. We hang out on the secret Facebook group. We do an extra 1 hour live session every single week. We help you with planning your trip. You send us your itinerary, we send it back with you with plenty of notes and back and forth and so on. There's really a lot of things. We also have done some really fun PDFs with our favorite hidden gems of New Zealand.
Yeah.
Our favorite spots to do 45 of the most popular activities in New Zealand. There's really, really a lot. There's even some of them where we send you postcards, where you can send us videos, where we send you videos back, when we chat together. So there's really plenty of perks. So if you feel that super merry during this Christmas period and you want to join us on Patreon, there is a link in the description below. Now let's go back to the live chat.
Okay. So we are now at Chahat saying, trust me, the only channel I've subscribed for New Zealand information is your channel. Proud of you guys. Oh, so nice.
Chahat, you're right.
We have Nathan saying, hey Robin, I have sent a photo on Instagram of our family Christmas tree.
Oh, I'm gonna check that while Laura is reading the next comment. Oh, actually, do you want to tell people about this little foamy thing that's new?
Yes.
How is the audio? Is it better? This foamy thing is supposed to be better.
Yeah, so guys, let us know if the audio sounds different from normal. If you're a regular viewer, does it sound better? Does it sound worse? Just let us know in the live chat.
And also, I'd like to apologize to all our Patreons. So if you guys are joining us on Patreon as well, I post some really creepy pictures sometimes on our Facebook group, and I posted the creepiest picture of that thing. I added some eyes and faces to it, and I think it was very creepy. It will haunt me in my nightmare, but I did find it also very hilarious. So yeah, kind of apologies, but no apologies to all the Patreons.
I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Oh. Sorry, someone's calling me. I'm not going to pick up right now. But yeah, you go back to the live chat and I'm going to check this.
So, Adil Mula says, Kia ora, Robin and Laura. I have a few questions today. Number 1, what is Codebreakers in Christchurch all about? And number 2, is Quake City in Christchurch wheelchair accessible? Okay, let's start with number 1. Codebreakers in Christchurch is an escape room, I think. It is.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love escape rooms, yeah.
Yeah, so what that's all about is basically it's like a puzzle sort of attraction where you and a group, it's usually best done with at least 2 people, up to usually about 5 people.
It depends on how many people you want to be angry at. That's basically, the more people, the more you're like angry. No, it's not
and the more people you take, the cheaper it is. That's the main thing. But yeah, you go into a room and you usually have about an hour to escape the room, but the only way to escape is to solve puzzles, crack codes, find clues, and all that sort of thing. It's a really fun sort of puzzle game to do with other people, and yeah, and usually different escape rooms have different themes. They might have a horror theme or a circus theme or that sort of thing. So, you know, it's a fun puzzle game basically to do with a group of people. And if you want to check out some videos of when we have gone and done these experiences around New Zealand ourselves, we haven't done Code Breakers in Christchurch, but we have done escape rooms in Rotorua and Tauranga, then you can check it out on the channel. Simply search NZ Pocket Guide escape room on YouTube, and you should be able to check out some of our takes on what it's like to do an escape room in New Zealand. So yeah, go check that out. And also, we have a ton of escape rooms listed on nzpocketguide.com, usually on the rainy day activity articles, because they're a good thing to do if all of a sudden, you know, the heavens open and you have a rainy day, then they're usually good to go to. Your other question was, is Quake City in Christchurch wheelchair accessible? I'm not 100% sure because...
Yeah, I don't know that. You can go on their website. It will literally tell you there is logos in New Zealand, so it will tell you.
Yeah, when I went to Quake City, it was before they changed buildings. I know they've changed buildings now, but I imagine because they do have to keep being up to date with, like, you know, the being as wheelchair accessible and as accessible as possible when it's a public building, I do imagine that they will have, like, put things in place for people in a wheelchair.
I'm going to skip a little bit above on the comment, and we have Stanislav that says that we have escape room in Ukraine's. He said the circus one and the Harry Potter was good, but the best was the one with no light where you rely on smell and sound only.
Cool.
That sounds really fun. Yeah, I've not done one where you rely on these kind of things. I obviously really love, you guys know maybe a little bit now that you hang out with us quite a lot, you know I love board games and everything, so escape room is right in my alley. But yeah, we haven't done one of those, so yeah. All right, moving on to the rest of the questions. So we're going back up to Adil. And Adil was asking, what is a punt and what is punting on the Avon all about? So a punt is this kind of like boat, like picture Venice. You know, if you think about Venice in Italy, you know, there's those like little long boats and there's a guy in the back with a stick that kind of push like that. That's kind of like what punting is.
Yeah.
And punting on the Avon is literally punting on the river Avon, which is right in the middle of Christchurch. I don't think that this will be wheelchair accessible. It will be a bit of a nightmare to get onto there.
You have to be able to get into the boat yourself. So.
And what's the next part of his question?
And then his fourth question is, is the International Antarctic Centre in Christchurch wheelchair accessible? From what I remember, it is all on the ground floor. It
is.
I'm very, very certain that it is wheelchair accessible. So yeah, go check that out. Check out our video on the channel, because we also visited that during New Zealand's biggest gap year.
And I was wrong about Joey. He says, morning guys, I'm super excited. I'm 4 days away from my Europe adventure. I was wishing you a lovely trip, Joey. Literally only about 10 minutes ago, I was saying that you were on your holiday in Europe. I was wrong. He's living in 4 days. So here you go. And Joey is based in Australia. What is Clay saying?
Clay says, I think we'll take the poor man's helicopter too. Many of us fork out, too many of us fork out for the real deal.
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, you're traveling with, I think it's like 2 or 3 kids. You may lose one on the way, and then your partner and yourself. That is quite expensive for a helicopter too, indeed. But the poor man's helicopter, it's actually really cool. It is actually really nice.
I think it's more of a sort of hidden gem thing to do in Te Anau. Like, no one thinks why would I go to the cinema? But it's kind of cool when it's about the place you're actually visiting. Yeah, so that's cool. We have Torsif Ahmed saying,
Salam alaikum.
Thank you, Robin.
Robin and Laura from Pakistan. Kia ora, your regular viewer. I hope that you guys are doing well. We're doing very, very well. I just realized that I forgot to actually talk about the poll of the day. We do a poll every single day in the live chat, so if you guys want to check it out. The question this week is, if you were lucky enough to spend Christmas in New Zealand, let's say next year or the year after, how would you spend Christmas? How would you make that Christmas more exceptional? So, would you embrace the Southern Hemisphere to its fullest and do a full summer day at the beach? Would you spend it on Zoom with your family? Would you have a barbecue party, which is a traditional Kiwi thing to do? Or would you attempt to do the same thing that you are doing at home? So far, it's a competition between spending the day at the beach and a barbecue party. So make sure you vote. There's already 18 of you guys that have voted. So keep on voting below. And at the end of this video, we will We will. That's normal.
Okay.
We will tell you the result at the end. All right. So Tosif is Shahat is next.
Yes, Shahat says, I wish you guys have your own business of education consultant or any type of consultation business where you guys can help people to come into New Zealand, obviously on a chargeable basis. You guys rock.
Well, you know, we have NZ Pocket Guide, which have a lot of information for you. But if you do feel like you want to spend some time one-on-one with us, you're more than welcome to check us out on Patreon. So on Patreon, there is the level 4 that you can check out. And you will realize that you can spend 45 minutes one-on-one with us once a month. So if you do want some help throughout that, you are more than welcome to join us on Patreon, and that would be kind of maybe providing the service that you are after right here. Other than that, seriously, check out NZ Pocket Guide. There is a lot of information for you on there. So yeah, consider both options.
RM Suri says, is game development a good scope in New Zealand?
I like playing games.
Yeah.
That's my experience on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people playing games in New Zealand, but in terms of a career choice, well, that's not really what we are the experts in. You know, we run a New Zealand travel guide. We can tell you everything about the amazing things to do in New Zealand. But yeah, unfortunately, we do not have the expertise to answer that question for you. I'm sorry, RM Surrey, but yeah, so you'll have to get your information from somewhere else.
Yeah. But there is one company that did the tower defense balloon game, like with it used to be quite popular on mobile and everything, and so that was based in New Zealand. So here you go, like monkey tower balloon or something like that. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that. Also, I'm gonna show everybody Nathan's family Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
If I can make it work, yeah, I need my screen to be way brighter.
Do you want me to do another comment while you
I'm gonna
figuring
make it work now. Boom.
Okay.
Here you go, everybody. You can see Nathan Christmas tree right here. So here is a traditional New Zealand Christmas tree.
Can I see it?
Also, you see a beautiful reflection of our camera right here. So here you go.
Oh, absolutely lovely.
Speaking
of Nathan, I was just going to say, he says, have you ever done any escape rooms here in Taupo? We have not done the escape room in Taupo
we haven't done the one in Taupo. It's always kind of those kind of things because we live nearby Lake Taupo as well, and so it's always kind of those things. Every single time we go to places like Tauranga, Auckland, we do the escape room there and everything because it's kind of like, oh, I may not come back, they may change it. But when it's literally in your own backyard, you're like, I always have the time to do it.
We've had friends who've done it, and they send the pictures of their time at the end because usually you know if you do it in a certain amount of time, they take a picture. But yeah, no, we haven't done it ourselves. So
we should do that.
We should.
We should wait the end of the school holidays then.
Yeah, and we need to grab a group of people, you know, just make sure we put those that price down.
Before we keep going, guys, is the audio better today with this Foamy McFormerson right here? Is it better? Tell me. I want to know, because if it's worth, I won't remove it. If it's better, I won't keep it. Give me a little bit of context right here. Is the audio any better? Can you hear us more? Like, basically, the goal is to have a little bit less echo.
Yes.
All right, moving on. Michael is...
No, we have Kalo.
Kalo is not here.
Kalo says, hi, guys.
How you doing, Kalo? Thanks for joining us another week.
Awesome. We have Michael Stewart saying, did you know that there is actually a snake in New Zealand? It's called the yellow-bellied sea snake. Yes, we did know. There are, pretty much the only species of snake that actually come to New Zealand are sea snakes. And there are quite a few different species that can be found.
Yes, and we actually updated. So because we were at an article on NZ Pocket Guide with is there any like dangerous animals in New Zealand, and it kind of was saying no, and there's no snake and everything. We actually received some feedback from people saying no, there is this snake, but it's not technically not on land. It's a sea snake.
Yeah.
So, but we added it just in order to avoid some confusion. Also, Kalo, I seem to recall that you messaged me or emailed me about something I needed to remember. Did I ever forget? What was it? Do you want to remind me? I feel terrible. What did I miss? So yeah, remind me if there is something. I seem to recall that there was something we needed to remember, you and I.
Michael continues to talk about the sea snake, saying it's highly venomous but non-aggressive, species common in warmer waters.
Okay.
We have Stanislav saying, how is the weather on Christmas in New Zealand?
Roshno. Really, really nice weather in New Zealand in Christmas. So we are in summer, right? So we technically have some of our best weather of the year. So yeah, technically it's supposed to be really good. At the moment it's really windy, really rainy, all these kind of things, but hopefully it's going to improve. But traditionally it's really good weather. It's summer.
Yeah, so yeah, typically it has higher temperatures than the rest of the year. We are at Joey saying, hoping my adventure goes on with minimal hiccups. I have an Air New Zealand credit I might use for my birthday weekend in August in Queenstown or in the winter holidays. Good idea, or should I wait for warmer months?
Hell no, go to Queenstown, go snowboarding. I mean, if you're into that. If you're not into snowboarding and everything, it'd be a bit of a shame to go to Queenstown in winter. You may as well wait for summer.
Yeah, but I also feel like you can do pretty much everything in winter in Queenstown that you can usually do in summer, except for whitewater rafting and canyoning. So if they were on your bucket list,
which are literally two of our favorite things to do in Queenstown.
We really love doing that. But if they're not on your bucket list, then you pretty much everything else is still doable in Queenstown, and it's usually a tad bit quieter. Queenstown's always busy, right? But it's a tad bit quieter usually in winter compared to summer. Summer is like, the town is absolutely buzzing and crazy. So it depends what sort of maybe atmosphere that you want as well. But Robin says go in summer. I say, why wait? Go in winter. But I'm sorry, that's not quite a specific answer there, but
YouTube is telling us that we only have 7 likes on this video, and that's literally one of our lowest. So if you guys feel like hitting like, say thank you for our hard work, feel free to do it. That will make YouTube happy. Moving on, we have Tosif.
Tosif says, if I would get the opportunity to be in New Zealand next Christmas, I would love to celebrate anywhere there because living in New Zealand is my dream since childhood.
Oh, that's nice.
Adil says, thank you for your assistance. Just to let you know that I have checked the Quake City website but didn't find any info about accessibility.
Ask me again next week, Adil, and I will check that out during the week.
Yeah. Kalo says, the audio is great. And Adil says, the audio is 100% clear.
Nice.
Cool. Thanks for the feedback, guys.
Yeah, so hopefully now things are better. Stanislav is saying...
Gaming industry in New Zealand is actually growing. In 2019, New Zealand earned quite a lot from different Kiwi indie creators, around $400 million in dollars.
Yeah, there's a Switch game from a Kiwi creator actually that was quite popular. A quick
was it about the post office with the Kiwi birds?
I don't know if this one was from that. I can't remember, but I don't really know which one it is, but
yeah. But as you can see, I can't remember who KM I think asked that question. As you can see, we are just speculating here. We actually are not industry experts, and so
we don't like to tell you guys things that we're not 100% sure about. We don't like to spread misinformation. So we really like to focus on, if we know it, we tell you. If we don't, we just send you to somewhere else because we don't want to just give you an answer and you feel like you actually got a well thought answer what it's not. There's a lot of places where that happens nowadays.
Nathan says, if you're going to do the escape room in Taupo, I'm all down to do it with you guys. Okay, cool.
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'm keen on doing an escape room. I'm always keen for that. Okay, what is David saying?
David says, it sounds pretty good today. The picture on the Patreon page, and the picture on the Patreon page is cute.
Okay, we have one vote for cute rather than creepy. I like. I was just laughing so much. Like this morning, I was taking the pictures, and then I was like, I want to post on. I want you guys to know like everything before everybody else. Right? That's the whole point of the Patreon stuff. But then I looked at the picture, I was like, it's really boring. So I was like, okay, I'm going to add some eyes here. Oh, I'm going to put another eye. At the beginning, I wanted it to be a cyclop. But I was like, no, it's not going to be. I was just having so much fun. I was giggling like an idiot doing it. Laura was like, Robin, what are you? It's like, it really doesn't matter, Laura. I was giggling like an absolute idiot.
Yeah. We have Kalo saying, I got it sorted out today. A credit for my Southern Lights flight. Very nice. I'm using it towards my Antarctica trip.
Oh, yes, that's what I need to remember. Yeah.
Now, the real issue is my Air New Zealand flights. Not sure where I can go with that credit.
That is amazing that you're going to Antarctica, though, Kalo. We need you to do a couple of videos and photos for us, Kalo, so that we can have some visuals when we talk about Antarctica, because we haven't been lucky enough to be able to get there. So let's work on that together, Kalo. That'd be quite nice if you're down for it, obviously. What is Joey saying?
Joey says, I'd try snowboarding for sure, but just wondering what's hiking the Ben Lomond track like in winter. And he says the audio is sweet.
Nice.
Thanks for the feedback on the audio. Yeah, don't do the Ben Lomond track in winter. Unless you have mountaineering experience, unless you have your crampons and your ice picks and all that. But yeah, that's another activity I didn't think of, that you can't do that in winter.
No.
If you're just like an everyday hiker like me and Robin, we never go for winter conditions.
The rare time when we do winter condition or like those kind of alpine hikes, we do them as part of a tour. So we go with a tour company that will provide you with the right boots, the crampons, the actual epic gear that you need, and the epic guides that you need to guide you through that, and in those kind of things.
There are quite a few snowshoeing companies in Queenstown, which is kind of like an alternative thing to do. Not a lot of people think about, but that's a cool.
What's snowshoeing, Laura? Just give us. Is it when you see the snow like shoo, I want summer already? Is that what it is?
No, but that's funny. Very nice. No, snowshoeing is where you have these basically big flat things that you strap onto the bottom of your shoes, and that allows you to sort of stay on top of the snow while you're walking. But yeah, there's a few companies that offer snowshoeing in Queenstown so that you can sort of get away from the crowded ski fields and go into those alpine snowy mountains and go and have an alpine experience in a less crowded place, which is kind of cool.
So last time I asked you guys to hit a like button. 2 of you did hit the like button, and we now 9 likes. So thank you very much to the 2 of you guys. You know who you are. That clicked on the like button. You did something good. You get a big bucket of good karma.
Ooh.
All right. Who's next?
We have a BJNG saying, Laura, we really like your longer hair. Also, Laura, we really like your new glasses.
Oh, I like her hair anyway. She does them, but I do like this new haircut. Actually, it was quite popular when she premiered it only a couple of months ago. She premiered it on the live session,
and also, my glasses are not new, but I'm glad that my hair makes my glasses look new.
Hey, here you go. This is, that complements it.
Awesome.
What is Nathan saying?
Nathan says, I'm not the best at puzzles, but I can often figure out things within a group if I did an escape room. Okay, so that's what you can bring to the team, Nathan. We will keep that in mind.
Problem with the escape room, though, is that I'm really competitive. I really want to get a good time. So
Robin will be in charge. He will
No, it's not. He may break a friendship, Nathan. He may break a friendship. Like, oh, guys, no, that's wrong. I'm getting really into it. I get really into things, and obviously, as soon as I get out, I'm absolutely fine. But I'm really competitive with that. So yeah. Here you go.
So Sammy for you says...
Stop. Sammy for you. You get my award of the best nickname of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go.
Awesome.
Sammy's for you. That you make sandwich for yous, right? Because Laura calls sandwiches Sammy's.
No, I call them sarnies. In New Zealand, they call them sammies.
Yeah, it's okay. So Sammy's, that's kind of like a nickname for like a slang for sandwiches. So here you go. Sandwiches for everybody, he says. So I like that. Anyway, what's Sammy for you? Award for the best nickname of the week.
Okay, so he says, hi, I want to ask, is Ho Mai a good institute to study? So again, we are a travel channel here at the NZ Travel Show, so unfortunately we don't have expertise when it comes...
They have a cool logo.
Yeah, well...
I like their logo,
if
so
you,
here
if
you
you're
go.
going off logos, but I don't think you should ever judge a book by its cover, or you should ever judge a university by its logo. Unfortunately, we don't have the expertise to answer that question for you with some actual decent advice. So we can definitely tell you the things to do around New Zealand when you decide to come here and study here. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't really tell you whether that's a good place to study or not because we haven't studied there ourselves.
Here you go. Okay, BJN says, Laura, you are in a great mood today. All of us are greatly super happy that you have returned from having been on holiday. Have you been on holiday? She was literally working in the next office, right? She wasn't gone forever. I think the reason she's in good mood is because I rap for her, early on in the live session. So if you rewind and you watch the beginning, I actually rap.
That was a rap. It seemed more like a recital.
There was
no rhythm to it.
That's as far as I'm going to go in the rap world, guys. At some point in YouTube, every YouTuber has to do a rap. That is as far as I'm going to go in the rap world.
Okay.
You heard me, Ryan George. I am not rapping any more than that. Moving on to Stanislav.
Stanislav says, site is amazing, especially happy to see bike trails. Once in 3 months we we with friends do 100 kilometers runs just for fun.
Wow.
Just for fun.
Wow, you do love your mountain biking. Well, New Zealand's kind of mountain biking paradise. There's plenty of really awesome areas to do mountain biking and everything. And thank you very much for the compliments for the site. We work really hard on NZ Pocket Guide. Literally, that's our everyday job, the both of us, to keep everything up to date, adding some good content for you guys and everything. So the more you use it, the more you reward all our hard work. So thank you very much for the nice word. That really does mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
That's it's actually it's touching. I'm happy to read that. I'm glad. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. Just a quick reminder to everybody that we do have the poll going on right now. So if you are lucky enough or were lucky enough to spend Christmas in New Zealand, yes, on the southern hemisphere, how would you spend Christmas? Would you spend it at the beach? Would you spend it on Zoom with your family? Would you do a barbecue party? Or would you attempt to do the same that you do back home in the northern hemisphere or wherever you are from? So, and if you're Kiwi, I get you click back home because that's what you do. I think it's confusing. If you are Kiwi right now watching this is a very confusing poll, and I feel like you cannot choose any of them, but that's okay.
Which one would you prefer to do?
Exactly.
Let's do that.
So the poll is in the comments right now. Make sure to answer the poll. So like that, we have a lot of answers at the end. We are 23 answers so far.
Yes.
All right, Joey, what is he saying?
He says snowshoeing sounds fun, so I could hike Ben Lomond with said snowshoeing. Ooh, that's a lot of S's.
I don't think you can hike no one with said snowshoeing.
I mean, I don't think there's any guided snowshoeing hikes that go to Ben Lomond. All of them tend to go around the Remarkables and the Pisa range, which the Remarkables is the really prominent mountain range that you always see photos of across the lake. You get to go up there and do snowshoeing up on those mountains. But yeah, doesn't seem, I haven't seen any operators actually taking you out to Ben Lomond. Yeah. But if you were an expert at snowshoeing, then I'm sure you could do Ben Lomond. But since we're not, and since I'm guessing you're probably not either, I wouldn't suggest doing that.
Yeah, it's not. You don't just have to strap on said shaggy snowshoes to go and do the Ben Lomond trail. You also want to go with a guide or something like that, just because
you need to know where you're going, because the trail is under snow and you won't be able to see where the trail is going. Yes.
Indeed. All right, what's Kalo saying?
Kalo says, how many countries have you guys been to?
I know my number because I repeat it all the time. So before I arrived in New Zealand, I worked and traveled in 16 different countries. 16, that's 16. And since then, I've visited quite a bunch of extra ones along the way, mostly around the South Pacific, because we do a lot of work over there as well. We try to do good over there, and therefore we have to go and visit them sometimes. So that's about my number. Don't ask me to list them. I don't know. I have a terrible memory.
Yeah, I've only lived I've only lived in 2 different countries, so I'm not quite as exotic and well-travelled as Robin. But in terms of visiting countries, you know what? I don't keep a number of that. I think it's kind of...
Is it more than this many fingers?
I think so, because coming from the UK, that's quite close to Europe, and I've been to quite a few European countries, which is, it's quite easy to get to, and so I've been to a few European countries. I've been to a few South Pacific islands, which are close to New Zealand, and been to the US and that sort of thing. So I'm not keeping count, but I think I've been really lucky to have been to as many that I have been to. So yeah, sorry that I don't have a number for you though.
It's okay. What is Joey saying?
Joey says, Robin, wrapping presents or dropping bars. What's your rap name, Robin?
What's my rap name? Come on, guys, go in the comment below. Give me a rap name. What would be my rap name? That is funny. What would be the rap name of that stupid face?
R.O.B.
R.O.B. Notorious R.O.B.
The Notorious R.O.B.
Notorious R.O.B. Okay, so we have an entry from Laura. Notorious R.O.B. Can anyone beat that?
Well, we actually do have a rapper with a name. I can't see him right now. Where is Wheatbix?
Wheatbix is here.
So we have a Kiwi bird, which you guys named, and I think that makes a pretty cool rap name as well.
Wheatbix?
Yeah, Wheatbix. He's like, it sounds quite hard. It's edgy, like Wheatbix. So yeah, we already have a little mascot that you guys named. So yeah.
Well, so far,
let's name Robin's rap name.
Yep,
best. We can do it.
Look, here you go.
Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't do that sooner. You should have started off the live session like that. Oh, man.
Oh, that is too funny.
So embarrassing.
Anyway, I'm so sorry, guys. Here you go.
It's always embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Anyway, what is the name of that rap face?
We need a name for this guy. We have we have some people in the chat saying we've got Stanislav saying KPC, Kiwi Peaked Cap.
Okay,
we have
KPC, I like it.
BJNG, which already sounds like a rap name he has himself, saying smart guy.
Smart guy.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be like, an ironic rap name.
Yes, we do the mathematics, we do the arithmetics, we do the geologics.
Yes.
Anyway,
let's get back to the live chat and
yes.
see if anybody else has some rap names. Put them in there.
All right, BJN says, I myself have been in 39 countries and I worked in 12 countries. That's pretty awesome, well traveled. Nathan says,
if you had to choose one option in the poll, which one would you do?
Well, we're going to the beach at the lake over there, so I think I'll pick the beach because, that's literally what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, I want to mix the two. I want to have a barbecue party at the beach. So it's kind of, between the two. I want both.
I'm just gonna go back to rap stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
So we have Rub_in by Tomex.
Oh, yeah.
And we have Joey that says that
Smalls Big.
Smalls Big featuring Laura. Yo, guys, it's Small Bigs here.
Oh, no.
Featuring Laura.
Don't do the voices. Anyway,
right.
let's get back to Priyanch. Up a bit. Priyanch? Yeah. Say, I'm sorry if I pronounce that name incorrectly, saying, hi Laura and Robin, is New Zealand going to allow travel from Hong Kong anytime soon for fully vaccinated people? Asking this as an NZ published list of 4 to 5 countries few months back in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong was on the list.
Since the last publication, the New Zealand government has made another announcement on the different, basically, border policies that they've decided to enact. So you may want to check out the latest video that I did about the border announcement. It's going to be a staged reopening when people are going to be able to get back to New Zealand starting on the 30th of April 2022. However, there is going to be pretty heavy restrictions. You have to be fully vaccinated and you have to actually stay and pay for your own self-isolation for 7 days. So it's not necessarily ideal if you just want to come to New Zealand for a holiday, but if you are planning to move back to New Zealand or something like that may work for you. So check out those couple of videos that we have on the channel, and there is also a video for you about the different vaccines which have been allowed and basically certified by the New Zealand government as proof of vaccination against COVID-19. So check that out on the channel. To find that, you click out on the logo of our channel and then you click on videos, and you'll be able to find those videos. They're either bright yellow or bright red. You really can't miss them. They're usually the one that stand out the most. And also check out the one that have the most views. That's basically those one. All the other one, I work really hard on all those ones and they all get 60 views. Moving on, Sad Clown, dying inside. That's the name of my...
Well, maybe you've got some material now for your raps. Raps come from, personal experiences and hardships.
No one watched my videos online.
Extreme Taluta says, well, see you guys next week. And I think that's in response to when you started rapping.
He left. He's like, no, that's not for me, bye.
Because, Extreme Taluta does actually, his name actually sounds like, he's into rap.
Oh, yeah, I should do a collab with the Extreme Taluta.
I feel like his name makes a good rap name. We had Anthony Comstock saying, normally I'd say stay safe and I'm here until the end, but now I'm about to get a message, so I'm massage, sorry.
Very different than message. I mean, you really don't feel relaxed after a message, but after a massage, it's pretty blissful.
So I'm about to go get a massage, so I'm not going to be here and I'll watch the rest later. Have a good week and stay safe though.
Nice.
Cool. Thanks for still putting a comment before leaving.
Yeah, that's lovely. And that means that you beat Nathan, so that's always good. This competition right here, it's heating up. Okay, then we have Sammy for you again. That's the award winning of the week.
Yes.
What is Sammy for you says?
They say thanks for the reply and for giving me the best name title. My girlfriend wants to study in New Zealand next year and she loves New Zealand and we were looking forward to going there together, hopefully in July.
July would be a decent kind of guesstimate of maybe that's working.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for you. Hopefully you'll be able to come by July.
Stanislav says, have you been on a volcano beach?
So like a black sand beach.
I think that's what it means.
I think that's what I mean.
I think that's what you mean. I'm not sure. Yeah, if you literally mean lava field that touch the water, we have as well. For example, there is Rangituto Island near Auckland, which literally is basically a big volcano that literally, it's a volcanic island. So we've done that. But there is many black sand beach around New Zealand, is there?
Yes, there is. There's a lot of black sand beaches actually around the Auckland region on the west coast. So in the Waitakere Ranges area, they have beautiful black sand beaches. Popular ones are Piha and Bethel's Beach. And there's, basically that whole area is black sand. There's also black sand beaches around the Taranaki region, which is on the west coast of the North Island as well. They have lots of really empty black sand beaches in comparison to the Auckland black sand beaches. But yeah, they're the two black sand beaches that come to mind. And yeah, they're pretty cool, pretty nice. What else do we have? We have
Nathan.
He
says one of the escape rooms in Taupo is confinement escape rooms based in central town. Yeah, there's another one as well, a little bit out of town, I think, near the bowling alley. So yeah, if I'm correct,
yes,
we've got to sometimes head to town. You know, like us out of town folks, like country folks. You know, we don't go to town often enough to see all the latest developments. Bijan says, how about Robin the Ruby as my name, or just plain Ruby? Note, Ruby is a great slang word from the 60s and the 70s. Ruby is for a fellow who is really cool and groovy and in and laid back.
So yeah,
wow.
I'm
cool and groovy and in and laid back.
In the 60s and 70s.
I was cool back in the 60s. How old do you think wait. How old do you all guys think I am right here? I mean, I feel like this is pushing it a little bit. The 60s and the 70s, I am not that old. Yet. I'll get older, but I'm not that old. Stanislav says, yes, black sand one. I studied German over English in uni. Yeah, don't need to apologize for that, mate.
Okay. We still, worked out what you meant anyway.
Yeah. And there is plenty of really awesome black sand beach around New Zealand, which are really cool to visit. It's kind of interesting. Actually, Laura, do you want to give him the location again? And I'll point them on the map for you if you want.
Yes,
because I haven't used the map in a while, and I'd like to use the map.
Okay,
so
let's
go
for.
Let me just. No, sorry? I need to move. We are going to chill a little bit, Laura. Thank you very much.
I get a little bit overexcited when I talk about.
Is there one near
beaches.
Wellington?
Not that I'm aware
therefore gone Wellington. Okay, black sand beach in New Zealand, Laura, go nuts.
Right, let's go with Piha, which is in the Auckland region.
So it's nearby Auckland. Here you go. Next.
Auckland. It hasn't come up. Oh yeah, it has. It doesn't matter.
You're a little bit behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we also have Taranaki, so the area of New Plymouth, for instance.
Boom.
We have plenty of black sand beaches around there. That's all I can think of actually for black sand beaches on the North Island.
There's some on the South Island.
Is there?
Yeah, there's some on the South Island for sure.
Where? Do you know?
Yes, there's some all the way at the bottom of the South Island. I'm going to put near Bluff down here, all the way down the bottom of the South Island. There is a couple of black sand beach as well. So here you go. Show them to you on the map because I really wanted to use the map. I worked really hard on creating all those things, so we better make the use of it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, what is Stanislav saying?
Stanislav says, around 28 to 32.
You see, I like Stanislav. Stanislav is a good guy. Stanislav's my friend. Stanislav, we're comrade, you and I.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Let's stick with 28. I like it.
So you're choosing the lower end of that spectrum.
I choose what I want to choose. Thank you very much. So yeah, Nathan says. The other one is called the Locked Room, which is just out of town. So that's the other escape room in Taupo. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know about you guys in your side of the world, and I'd love to hear from you guys, but I feel like there is so many escape rooms popping out everywhere in New Zealand.
Yes.
So is it the same? I feel like basically the trend is like accelerating here in New Zealand. And even in a small town like Taupo, that only has a few thousand inhabitants, right?
2 escape rooms.
I know, 2 escape rooms with obviously multiple rooms each, right? So is it happening in your side of the world as well? Is there like escape room popping out like literally everywhere at the moment? Or is the fad slowly dying on your side and we're just slowly catching up here in New Zealand? I'd love to know that if you guys want to share. Okay, Nathan, no, sorry, Stanislav says, I am the map trigger twice already. Here you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maybe you should get, you should get victory points for the amount of times that you can make Robin put the map on screen.
we'll do a D&D session right here. I'll show you how geeky I am, and I'll give you an inspiration point for triggering the map. Here you go.
Yeah.
If that means anything to you, you are as geeky as I am. Moving on, Clay is giving us a good name for my rap, and so let me just here you go.
All right, let's see if this works.
Okay.
So introducing, it's Robbie G Banger Rhymes. That just sounds like the whitest guy on earth came up with that name.
That's too funny. Anyway, we're having way too much fun today. This is ridiculous.
BJNG has some black sand beaches to suggest. So there are black sand beaches at Tangi Moana, Himatangi, and Foxton Beach.
So yeah, there is
Was
some there.
Foxton Beach black? And Himatangi is right next to it. I thought they were like.
It's not the most striking. So that's the thing. There is a definition of like what black sand beach is or anything like that. So it's probably a certain type of sand or anything. My hat's not straight anymore with all this nonsense. Anyway, okay, I'm back to straight hat. Anyway, so there must be a definition of like to make a black sand beach, it must be a certain type of sand or anything like that, right? But like really dark black sand beach, like there are some which really look really, really dark, such as the one that Laura mentioned previously. And they would give you like those kind of pictures of like the black sand beach that you really want in New Zealand. And you have some of them which are by definition a black sand beach, but they're just gonna be like kind of dark grey sand, and it wouldn't give you like. I'm guessing, Stanislav, why you're asking that is that you want to take some pictures on black sand beach with some, like it does look really, really cool. So I feel like you may want to go to the most picturesque one rather than the one by the book definition. So that's why Laura probably chose mostly those ones than the others.
And if you want to judge for yourself whether you think Foxton Beach is a black sand beach, well, we do have a video on the channel of us trying out landboarding. So this is using a kite and it pulls you along the beach on like a skateboard. It's a really fun thing to do. So if you want to check out our Foxton Beach video, simply search NZ Pocket Guide Foxton. You will see our video of us on the beach, and then you can judge for yourself whether you think it looks like a black sand beach or not.
And on NZ Pocket Guide, Laura, do you want to tell them about the article?
Oh, about things to do in Foxton?
No, the Black Sand Beach.
Oh, Black Sand Beach article, yes. So we do have an article actually dedicated to all the black sand beaches in Auckland. If you head on to nzpocketguide.com, we do have an article. Search black sand because that's basically the easiest way to do that.
Sorry for the beefy center. That's just an bumped in.
So yeah, check out our article by searching black sand on NZ Pocket Guide, and we do have the locations of all the beautiful, most scenic black sand beaches in the Auckland region. Check it out.
Nice. So all you have to do is to type black sand on the search bar of NZ Pocket Guide, and here you go. You'll find all of that.
Yeah.
And you may also find a really, really
beefy
bulky center. Okay, Nathan says this is what the live stream is for, to have fun with some laugh. Yeah, no, that just I think it's just too much rapping here.
Yeah, it seems to be what happens. I mean, we want to answer your questions about traveling in New Zealand, but if it turns out to be about, Robin being a rap star, because he's going to turn into a rap star, not just a rapper.
Yes, I mean
a rap star. Yeah.
I'm going to go shadow drop of my latest album right here on the live session. Here you go.
Wow, an exclusive. We have an exclusive guest.
Boom.
It's Robbie G Banger Rhymes. So yeah, we like to have a laugh as well.
Anyway, all right. Where are we on?
Stanislav says, I am just from Odessa.
Ooh, the summer holiday capital of the USSR. Nice one.
Ooh, I know the good beaches are usually well hidden and locals don't usually like to share them, in Ukraine at least.
Yeah, I mean, we share all the best like hidden gems and everything like that of the country. We really do like to do that. Like, in fact, that's the first thing. When we're coming up with Patreon
Hidden
perks.
gems
Yeah,
snaps,
when
yeah.
we're coming up with Patreon perks, right? We're like, okay, what's the thing that we could be doing like for our patrons, right? And we're like, the first thing that we say is like, okay, let Lizzie start talking about the thing that no one ever talks about. And so that's literally the first idea that we had, and then we started like adding some more perks and everything else. But the first thing that we had in mind was like, oh, for the Patreon, we're going to do even more hidden gems, because we do already have on the site a lot of hidden gems, but we're like even more hidden gems. And then we came up with like the fun ideas of like the Facebook groups, like to hang out and everything.
Yeah.
But like literally the first thing that we had was like the hidden gem map. So that yeah, we do like sharing hidden gems.
We do.
Baby Burns is here.
Baby Burns says, hi guys. So does the border open at the 30th of April still on track, or is it going to be delayed?
So they have left the door open to delay it because of Omicrons and everything like that. But so far, they have not said that they were planning on delaying it any further. However, do remember that all the restrictions still apply. So even the self-isolation of 7 days at your own cost still applied, even past 30th of April 22. And yeah, and you also have to be fully vaccinated and all the other thing I talked during the video. So yeah, make sure to keep in mind that all the restrictions are still applying even after the 30th of April. There is no date in sight for restrictions to be fully lifted. Sorry for the bad news. And yes, somebody is going to say it sounds like a newscast again, but yeah, that's literally what it is.
Yes.
Well, we were rapping just before, so you know, like we have to balance it out. I have to be serious, and then you know.
Yeah, I mean, what news show does rapping really?
Yeah, I'm not notorious B.I.G. I am serious R.O.B.
Serious, sorry. Okay,
Nonsense.
we have Nathan saying, that's what happens. It starts good, then it goes off the rails, and then it's back on track.
There you go.
So there's another example of that happening just then.
It's literally the chaotic circus that's happening within my my skull
I think
on a daily basis. It's just that. It's like, wow, okay, let's get back on track.
Are you sure it's not the excitement of Christmas? You're not getting excited
Oh, well,
for
you know, Santa's
Santa's coming.
close. Yeah, literally, that's the next live session we're going to be doing. You guys are going to be literally opening your present, and no one's going to be here. Because for us, it's going to be the 26th, but for you guys, it's going to be the 25th. And so no one is going to be here. So we are already preparing for having a live session, just Laura and I.
Yeah.
Just like a couples retreat live on YouTube. Here you go.
That's right. We're going to be doing a live Boxing Day session from New Zealand. So, if you guys don't have any plans for Christmas Day, I don't know if that happens. But...
Yeah, if at that time next year you guys don't, so yeah, that time next week you guys don't have a plan, we'll be here. We'll be here to support you.
You could spend Christmas with us.
Here you go.
So we have Stanislav saying, surprise you thought of Odessa, Ukraine instead of Odessa, Texas. Plus 10 points for geography.
Yeah, here you go. Come on, Odessa, Ukraine is number one right here. Odessa, Texas, boring.
Yeah.
What is Eki saying?
Eki says, hi.
Oh, well, that's the comment of the day right here. I like it. I like it, guys. All right, so let's have it. Oh, what is Nathan saying?
Says, I will be there for the live stream next week for Boxing Day. Cool. We will see you there then, Nathan. Awesome.
All right, 15 people have hit the like buttons. You guys are fantastic. YouTube is actually happy. It says a good ratio because we didn't have that many people watching this week. It's about like between 10 and 14 all the time. So YouTube says good ratio. So here you go. Pat on the back. Laura, pat on your back. Here you go. Nice. What's Baby Burns saying?
Baby Burns says, it sucks because of the independent quarantine cost is damn much. But we understand the reason though. The facilities are chosen, or can we choose our quarantine facilities?
Okay, so when it comes to choosing your own quarantine facilities, if you have your own home here in New Zealand and everything, you actually can do that in your own home. However, if you are a tourist, you will have to work with an accommodation provider, which actually will be able to help with that. So there is not much guideline which has been published just yet, but they will definitely come up with some more guidelines. And don't worry, we'll cover that on video. You know us, we're always here to keep you up to date. So,
I know that there has been some news recently on that developing, but yeah, next when there is some more,
when there is enough information for you to make a plan, we publish it. We don't like to just rush too much. Just when there's some clear information that actually helpful, we'll cover it.
Yes.
We are the no nonsense. I'm notorious no nonsense. The rapper. Here you go.
no nonsense, Rob.
R.O.B.
R.O.B. We have BJ saying,
what?
Is that what? Or
yeah.
WHT, is that a new rap name? Or Nathan, See you guys next week. Have a great day. Cool. We'll see you next week, Nathan. Clay says the 29% must be the Kiwis.
Yeah, we'll have a look at. We'll do the result in a second.
Yes. I'll just wrap up the rest of the questions.
You're rapping too. Oh my gosh, what's the competition?
Baby Bird says, any recommendations for the facilities in Christchurch?
So again, because there is not enough information on that, but we will talk about it together as soon as there is more information. So keep popping in regularly and we'll talk about
Once
that.
we have a definitive list, we'll be able to discuss it in good detail and give you a really good answer. BJ says, why are you ignoring my input?
No,
we read all your questions.
Yeah, we
BJ.
read all your comments. If you don't see them next to Laura, that means we don't see them either.
Yeah.
So we literally are reading all the comments. So we did read all of them.
We read your rap name and we thought it was very good.
Yeah, and we read your list of black sand beaches as well. So we did read all of it.
Pay attention, BJ.
Yes.
NG.
Why are you not paying attention?
And then we have Clay saying, and if not they pass the immigration test question, and if they pass the immigration, wait. And if
no, it's the 29% on the answer.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Context.
So sorry, Clay was saying the 29% must be Kiwis, and if not, they pass the immigration test question. Yes.
You should be in charge of immigration. That'd be really funny. Yeah. Eat that Marmite. Eat the whole pot, and you can get in. It'll be...
Nasty.
I am going to another country. I can tell you that right now. Okay, and BJN says Ruby is pronounced as Ruby and not as Ruby.
Okay.
Ruby. Here you go, copyright strike, YouTube. All right, moving on. Okay, let's close up that survey today, that poll. Let's end the poll right now. So the results are as follow. Oh, they disappear. Perfect. So we have 29 people that voted on how would you spend a Christmas in New Zealand. The number one answer was at the beach with 37% of the vote. Boom! The number two is barbecue party, 27% of the vote. So it really feels that you guys are really, really ready to embrace the summery feel of the New Zealand Christmas. So I love that. Then 17% of you guys are going to lock yourself indoor and spend it on Zoom with your family. And the rest is going to be I do the same than back home, 17%. So I'm banking those ones are Kiwis because you really struggle shoveling some snow onto your doorstep.
I will
for Christmas
still try it.
So yeah, here you go. That was the poll of the day. All right. So we'll be back next week at 8 a.m. New Zealand time on the same day. We do that every single week. It's going to be your Christmas day, so I bet there's going to be even less people than today. So today we had an average of 14 viewers. At any point in time, I bet we're going to be at 6.
Quite low compared to usual.
It is about half what we usually have.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty terrible. But that's okay. Next week is going to be more. So we'll be back next week. That'll be a lot of fun. Just after this live session, exclusively for our Patreon, we have another hour that we're going to spend chatting with you guys. And there's going to be some fun stuff. I prepared some really fun stuff with you guys. And anything else you want to wrap it up with?
I want to wrap it up with some Christmas wrapping paper and say Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you have an amazing Christmas holiday period. And we'll see you on Boxing Day if you want to join us. But no worries if not. We know that people have plans. And then we'll see you in the new year, maybe.
See you on the flippity flop. We'll see you then. Bye, Clay. Bye, BJN. Thank you for the last few comments. And we are seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
See you next week. Merry Christmas.